Okay, so let's go through some things that worked really well for Roux for me that I really liked, and some issues I came across. Now, this is not going to be a full tutorial, but just kind of some things that I felt about it through that month. If you want the full tutorial, I will have that out within the next couple days. If it's already out, I'll put the link in the description. So first off, let's do a scramble. I'll put that right here. Now, I always ended up doing white on bottom with red or orange in front, usually red in front, it was just much easier to stay consistent that way. So already I can see we have a pair right here, and what I'm going to do is move it out of the way to insert that. And before I do that, I'm going to find the red and blue, so there's the corner, and the edge is right over there. So I'm going to move this out of the way, and that down. And then with this pair, what's really nice is that you can just sort of spin it into place. You don't need to insert it like you would for F2L for CFOP because you don't have any other edges in. And then we're just going to finish off this pair. What's kind of cool with this is that you can just move this down, again move that over, and then pair it up. And again, when you have a case like this, for CFOP, you either have to turn it and insert it or do like a sledgehammer, but for this, that's a lot easier. Now, I will say I'm guilty of just putting that edge down and then solving like CFOP because it's a little bit easier, but I can see this green and orange piece, so I can pair that up, and that green and orange piece is right there, and there we go. So that was a nice little block. And then instead of turning that all the way down, actually, well, no, that works. And then I'll insert this like I would for a CFOP. And then we're left with corners. And for this, I knew a couple COLLs. For Roux, they do a thing called CMLL because you don't need to worry about the middle slice, and so sometimes the algorithms are a little bit easier. But most of the time I did either COLL or just did a 2-look, which this would be a 2-look. So I did a soon case to get yellow on top, and it happened to already be permuted. So for this case, for the middle slices, for orienting them, I actually learned this one when I was doing some blind solves. And this is just very easy. I saw that green and yellow edge on bottom because now we need to put the green and blue edges in place. Like that. And then we need to swap these. Like that. So I know for people who don't know Roux, that probably was really hard to follow, but that's kind of what a solve would be like. And that was probably a little more efficient than I usually do it just because I'm trying to go a little bit faster. So now let's go into the month. When I started, I was probably around 40 seconds on average, and by the end of the month, I was about mid-20s. I had a couple sub-20 solves, but it was rare that I would get a solve over 30 seconds unless I really messed something up. I really enjoy doing these solves. I kind of want to continue doing it, although I know if I have a competition coming up, I'm going to want to do CFOP because that's probably going to be my main method. Because although it was a ton of fun to do and it gave me a lot of options, it was a little bit harder for me to look at just because I haven't done it for that long. This could easily be a main speed solving method. There's so many options though, you really have to be doing solves a lot to start recognizing what all those different options are and to be able to make your first block just through the first 15 seconds of inspection. The big thing, as you saw, is M slices. So if I use my magnetic one, that's a little more difficult because there's double the amount of magnets. It's not just normal these moves a lot of the time. One thing I did do, this is just kind of on my own wanting to do more M slices, is normally for my U permutations, I do that one. And because I was doing so many M slices, I wanted just to continue with that. So I kind of taught myself that one, although I never really got it up to speed. So that's it for Roux. I just did ZZ the month before. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. Hit like, subscribe for more content like this in the future. And as always, stop by speedcubereview.com for more news and reviews.